The bulk of this worksheet focuses on accurately articulating the costs of your programs so that you can begin to understand the sustainability of your programs under an individualized funding model. In this final tab, we're going to look at how much revenue you will generate if you price your programs for sustainability. By taking your daily rates, expected revenue, and multiplying them by the number of participants and their frequency of attendance, we can project your weekly income. When we multiply this weekly total by your number of active weeks, in this case 50, we're going to get your annual projected revenue. You'll notice that the total project revenue on this page may appear significantly higher than your current historical costs. It's important to understand that this is intentional. This price point now includes contingency fees, a necessary buffer to cover emergency repairs, equipment replacement, and unexpected operational shifts, administrative fees, a 15% admin fee to cover the back end of your organization, that it's fully funded as you make this shift, occupancy adjustments, pricing that accounts for the reality that programs are rarely 100% full, so this ensures that the revenue from participants covers the fixed costs of the entire program. So the potential revenue coming in this model should be higher than your current costs. This is not profit, this is about risk mitigation. This is articulating your best case scenario of revenue generated and covers the additional administrative costs associated with IF. That being said, this worksheet tells you what you ideally should charge and gives you a best case scenario of revenue generated. However, the final amount of funding and participants will receive is going to determine their purchasing power. If their IF calculation for a specific support level is lower than what you've calculated as your daily cost, organizations and participants will need to collaborate on adjusting the frequency of attendance, the type of support, or the cost of programs to align with available budget of IF participants. In conclusion, this tool is a starting point to understand your costs and articulate them on a participant daily rate to your participants, their families, government funders, and other stakeholders. Before we finish, our team would like to share some guidance around how you can position your pricing in an IF model. So in general, we don't recommend charging a daily rate to your participants, given the high level of admin involved in daily invoicing, the risk of not knowing your participant numbers in advance, and other issues. Instead, we generally recommend looking at costs over months and providing a subscription or a membership model that allows participation. So similar to how a gym or a community program operates, this allows you to do a few things. It allows you to average your costs across multiple programs, giving participants flexibility and choice throughout their day or week without needing to track their time in each program at a daily or an hourly level. It allows you to provide premium services such as community outings or wood shops that have a higher cost. Think of signing up for a gym membership and still having to pay a premium for certain yoga classes or massage services. You're also able to cover your costs even if a participant is unable to attend a specific day for whatever reason. Of course, you can decide your policy for mixed days, but in many service industries, if you're sick or you cancel last minute, you would still be required to pay for your membership or your service that you've registered for. And then very importantly, it also allows you to plan your staffing and your programs in advance. Having participants sign up for monthly, seasonal, potentially even annual memberships, they're paid in advance or along the way, will allow you to plan. Whether these are paid and how far in advance will depend largely on IF funding decisions. You may even need to end up considering discounts or other incentives to encourage that upfront payment. Another example of this type of model is within schools or training programs. You sign up in advance for a semester, and depending on the course, you will have to pay your tuition as well as maybe extra textbooks or equipment or lab fees for specific courses. Similar pricing could be used for your higher cost day programs, such as to cover additional costs of a community outing on top of the regular membership fees. So this is one model that we're encouraging you to consider as you translate these daily costs from this worksheet into an actual pricing strategy that is clear, transparent, and aligns with your values, and also matches up with how the new IF funding model ends up rolling out. So we want to wish you the best of luck with your work. We hope this has been helpful for you, and please feel free to reach out to our team if you have further questions or would like to have a conversation.